The truth has finally come out, and no one was prepared for the emotional storm that followed. Before we get into the full story, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a single update about your favorite stars and their hidden truths. For months, fans have speculated about the quiet tension, the unspoken emotions, and the mysterious chemistry between Yang Mei Mei and Yulong. The two rising stars had been the subject of countless rumors, whispered stories on fan forums, and eagle-eyed fan edits dissecting every glance they shared. But never before had either of them publicly addressed the swirling questions. Until now. It all began with a surprise live stream that Mei Mei announced late last night. Fans were stunned when she suddenly appeared on camera, sitting alone in a dimly lit room, her face bare of makeup and her voice trembling. She didn't begin with her usual cheerful greeting. Instead, she whispered softly, "I can't hide it anymore." Within minutes, hundreds of thousands of fans flooded the live stream, anxious, confused, and curious. Mei Mei, known for her bubbly personality and radiant smile, was clearly struggling to keep her emotions in check. Her eyes were glossy, her hands shaking slightly as she reached for a tissue. "I wasn't planning to do this," she admitted, "but I can't keep lying to myself or to you." She paused, took a deep breath, and finally uttered the name everyone had been waiting for. "It's about Yulong." The chat exploded instantly. Heart emojis, question marks, and cries of "what?" flew across the screen. It was the moment fans didn't expect but had always hoped for. She gently placed a hand over her heart and looked straight into the camera. "There's something I've carried for a long time, feelings I never dared to admit. Not even to him." The story that followed was raw, emotional, and entirely unexpected. Mei Mei explained that she and Yulong first met during the early casting stages of their breakout drama. At the time, they were strangers, both nervous about the project, unsure of each other, and focused on proving themselves in an industry that demanded perfection. But during filming, something shifted. They began to share late-night rehearsals, long car rides to distant locations, and deep conversations when the cameras stopped rolling. "Sometimes," she said, "I'd forget we were just acting. I'd look into his eyes and feel like the world stopped. He always made me feel safe, even when I was exhausted or insecure." She chuckled sadly, wiping a tear from her cheek. "He would tease me about my pronunciation, but then secretly help me practice off-set." Fans were now glued to every word, posting supportive comments like, "We knew it." "And you're so brave, Mei Mei." But she wasn't done yet. "One day," she continued, "we had this kissing scene. I thought it would be just another take, like always. But something about that moment, it felt real. I was trembling after, and I knew he noticed. He didn't say anything, but he looked at me like he wanted to." Behind-the-scenes footage of that very scene had gone viral months earlier, with fans claiming to spot real emotion in their expressions. Now, Mei Mei was confirming what they had only dared to dream. After filming Wrapped, she said, everything became confusing. Without the drama to pull them together, they drifted into different projects. "We kept in touch," she explained, "but it was never the same. We both pretended like nothing had changed. I was scared to ruin our friendship, scared of rejection, scared of what people would say." And then came the moment that broke her heart. There was an award show. I hadn't seen him in months. He looked amazing as always. When he came up to greet me, I felt this wave of emotion I couldn't contain. And then he introduced me to his date. She was beautiful, kind, perfect. I smiled and congratulated him. But when I got home, I cried for hours. She lowered her head for a long moment, her voice cracking. I realized then that I might have waited too long, that I'd let something slip away without ever really trying. Fans watching began sharing their own stories of heartbreak, lost chances, and words left unsaid. Mei Mei had touched a nerve, but the story didn't end there. "After that night," she said, "I distanced myself. I told myself it was better this way. But the truth is, not a day goes by that I don't think about what might have been." She reached for her phone and held it up. "I still have all our texts. I never deleted a single one." At this point, someone from her management team entered the live stream frame and gently reminded her that she didn't have to share everything. But Mei Mei insisted. "No, I want them to know. I want him to know." In the comments, Yulong's fans were already tagging him nonstop. The buzz spread like wildfire on social media. Yang Mei Mei confesses her love for Yulong, and she never moved on. began trending instantly on major platforms. Later that evening, Yulong himself posted a single Instagram story. It was a black screen with just 3 words. I saw it. That single sentence sent the fandom into chaos. Was it a hint? A confirmation? A message to Mei Mei? The next day, during a surprise press conference for his upcoming film, reporters couldn't resist asking about the live stream. At first, Yulong smiled politely and tried to steer the conversation back to the movie. But eventually he gave in. Yes, I saw Mei Mei's live stream. I think she's incredibly brave. He paused and then added, sometimes we don't realize how much someone matters to us until it's too late. But sometimes, fate gives you a second chance. No one expected what happened next. Just 3 days after Mei Mei's emotional confession, fans spotted her and Yulong at a quiet rooftop restaurant in the city. Photos showed them seated closely, laughing, talking deeply, and at one point, Yulong was seen gently reaching across the table to take her hand. The images sent fans into a frenzy. Was it a date, a reunion, or just old friends catching up? But it was what happened afterward that truly confirmed everything. On her personal blog, Mei Mei posted a simple entry. It read, "Thank you for listening. Thank you for not turning away. And thank you, Yulong, for coming back." Attached to the post was a candid photo, a blurry but heartwarming selfie of the two of them, smiling cheek to cheek. It was official. After all the years of speculation, emotional turmoil, unspoken feelings, and what-ifs, Yang Mei Mei and Yulong were finally giving themselves a chance. Fans across the globe celebrated the news like a long-awaited happy ending. The hashtag #MeilongReturns became the #1 trending topic worldwide. And what's even more special is what they revealed next. In a joint interview just a week later, sitting side by side and visibly glowing, the two shared that they had been taking slow steps toward rebuilding their bond. Not as co-stars or public figures, but as two people genuinely in love. Yulong admitted, "I had feelings too, but I thought she didn't feel the same. I didn't want to ruin what we had, so I kept quiet. But when I saw that live stream, I realized I didn't want to live with regret." Mei Mei smiled at him softly and added, "We lost time, but we found each other again. And that's what support helps bring these stories to life. The future held, and ensures you're always first to know what's we're not hiding any behind the scenes." Yulong said. "Until next time, together. Keep smiling." Fans who had rooted for them through dramas, because sometimes the sweetest stories are the ones that bloom in every little moment, finally felt the satisfaction of seeing love win. Their story is a powerful reminder of honesty, vulnerability, second chances, and the courage it takes to speak your truth. And for every fan who's ever believed in a slow-burn love story coming to life, Yang Mei Mei and Yulong just became the real-life version of the perfect drama ending. So what do you think? Were you one of the fans who always